What piece of technology causes nomophobia?
The Tucson Convention Center was built where one of Tucson's old barrios used to stand.
And what you need to know about fire safety. All this and more tonight.
Wildcast.
Good evening and welcome to another edition of Wildcast. I'm Sarah Cantey.
And I'm Max Efrein. Thanks for joining us tonight. Meet your new president. Ann Weaver Hart will be inaugurated this week as the University of Arizona's 21st president. The ceremony will take place on campus this Friday in Centennial Hall from 3 to 5 p.m. and is open to the public. Hart succeeded Robert N. Shelton in July following her presidency at Temple University for 6 years.
This year marks Winter Haven's 63rd Festival of Lights that will benefit the Community Food Bank. It begins December 15th at the neighborhood Center Island and will extend through December 29th from 6 to 10 p.m. each night. Other than just a spectacular display of lights, vendors will offer hay wagon rides and heated trolley rides. There is no entrance fee, but visitors are encouraged to bring non-perishable food items or make a monetary donation for the Community Food Bank. More than 60,000 visitors take part in the winter festivities every year.
Everyone loves their phone, but have we come to rely too much on technology? Reporter Alexa Vogt-Tritter looked into an interesting now phobia.
People love their smartphones. You can text, tweet, Instagram, play games,
and even make songs with it.
The question is, how long can you go without it?
I probably could go a couple hours.
I don't know.
Maybe a day or two.
The attachment people feel toward their smartphone actually has a name. It's called nomophobia, short for no phone phobia. And according to a survey by Secure Envoy, a mobile phone technology company, 66% of the people they surveyed said they have it. In fact, in a recent survey of some of America's most influential and alpha females, it turns out that the one thing they couldn't go a month without isn't their morning cup of coffee, exercise, or even makeup. But it turns out it's actually their smartphone. And a recent poll in Time magazine said 68% of people sleep with their phone
right next to my bed.
Right next to my bed.
So maybe we love our phones a little too much. What's the downside? Some psychologists say becoming too addicted to technology can destroy interpersonal communication skills. Some Tucsonans agreed.
Society does have a problem with cell phones. For example, if I'm with all my friends, at one point you'll look around and every single person will be on their phone. I don't think anyone really has any personal conversations with anyone anymore.
Like at dinner, everyone will just be at their phones and no one really talks. And I don't like it that much.
Most people don't know how to have an articulate conversation with an adult or with their peers anymore.
We're spending more and more time focused on what's in our hands.
On the other hand, graduate student Stephen Bruner said, no, it doesn't. Bruner has conducted research on the marriage between interpersonal connections and computer-mediated connections.
The current research would suggest that people are still able to maintain intimate relationships and able to develop a friendship, even if it's not through traditional face-to-face communication like we always thought it had be. We're still able to fulfill a lot of the same processes and goals. It's a bit too soon to say that it's hurting communication because we don't have enough empirical data to support that claim.
Bruner also said, there's no harm in having your phone close by.
I don't cuddle with it, but I do have it basically in my bed.
While opinions differ on whether or not cell phone addiction is actually hurting our relationships, there is one thing everyone seems to agree on, their favorite apps.
Twitter,
Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook.
Well, most everyone.
Calendar, weather, what else is on there? Calculator.
Reporting for Wildcast, Alexa Vogt-Tritter.
Is your wallet protected? Financial schemes keep happening near and on campus. UAPD Chief of Police Tony Dakin warns UA students to practice good safety and security measures after recent money scams near the U of A. The top tips are to be alert to your surroundings and other people around you. Report suspicious activity to 911. Do not take out your wallet or count cash in front of strangers. Never withdraw money from the bank or ATM for a stranger. Never give someone a blank check or allow them to help you fill it out. And be aware of your surroundings when using an ATM.
After the break, learn what used to be where the Tucson Convention Center now stands. Welcome back. Years ago, an old neighborhood was demolished and the residents relocated. Wildcast reporter Nikki O'Shea took a look at the consequences of that decision.
Urban renewal entered downtown Tucson over 40 years ago when city officials displaced the residents of a vibrant Mexican-American community to demolish 200 of its adobe buildings. This neighborhood, or barrio, was called La Calle. Tucson voters approved the Pueblo Center development project to replace what was destroyed in La Calle. The Tucson Convention Center right here behind me was built as a result. Architect and Tucson native Bob Vint thinks that the TCC is just using up resources.
It stands there using resources, energy, air conditioning, maintenance, landscaping, water. It's been a drain on the public treasury for 40 years.
And that the barrio is the key to sustainability.
A more dense housing pattern, the use of courtyards to create microclimates for the house, and buildings cheek by jowl on the street, creating life on the street. It actually is a model for redevelopment of the city.
So how does downtown Tucson continue to grow while preserving its historic sites? Tucson City Councilman Steve Kozachik of Ward 6 shares a plan that he hopes will appease everyone.
You can only create a central business district in what's known in what's a slum or blighted area. So when we were putting this business district together, we made sure that when we wrote our ordinance, that the historic neighborhoods immediately surrounding downtown were excluded from the business district. So a developer couldn't come in and say, I'm going to take those 3 square blocks of Barrio Viejo, for instance, I'm going to knock them down and put a hotel there.
On the other hand, Pedro Gonzalez, who was raised in La Calle before being displaced, just wants the atmosphere and family feel back.
It's nice to preserve buildings, historic preservation, but we believe that the human is first before a building. And, now they're looking back and trying to preserve buildings. Well, they should have thought about it in the first place way before. Now they already knocked down most of the barrio, the real historic.
But where exactly will downtown be in the next 5 years?
Some of it's going to be mixed-use housing, affordable housing, as well as market rate.
This old barrio will continue to be the recipient of interest, investment.
In 5 years, I think they're going to have a mess. They're going to have a big mess.
Only time will tell. Reporting from downtown for Wildcast, I'm Nikki O'Shea.
A new children's book is helping to preserve the memory of a fallen firefighter. 25-year-old Sterling Lytle was the victim of a hit and run last June. A week later, his family made the tough decision to take him off of life support. Born to Wear Blue is a book that a local Tucsonan wrote. The author, Patty Valance, decided to dedicate it to Sterling. The book teaches kids how to call 911 and shows what it means to be a firefighter. Patty was inspired by 3 back-to-back nights of riding along with local fire crews.
I came home and it was 1 o'clock in the morning, and I was just processing what a glimpse into their world that I had been given. And the book poured out of me in 10 minutes.
A nonprofit serving the local needs of firefighters.
With the increased number of fires in the past few weeks, reporter Jackie Kent decided to dig a little deeper into fire safety.
In light of 4 separate fires that have occurred at a residence hall on the U of A campus since October 20th, the fire department emphasizes fire safety concerns to U of A students. The Tucson Fire Department has received 30 full alarm dispatches to house fires alone since October 14th. That does not include building, apartment, or mobile home fires. Captain Barrett Baker of the Tucson Fire Department says it's important to know you're 2 ways out of a smoky room.
The smoke is suffocating. I mean, absolutely suffocating. You will not be able to breathe. It's a matter of, can you hold your breath? Can you get out? And that's the only thing on your mind is basically surviving.
Unlike the movies, fire smoke makes it nearly impossible to find a direct route out of a room.
And this fireman's mask is clouded to show just how hindered your line of vision could be when trying to find an escape route out of a smoky room. I can't even see a few inches in front of me.
That's awesome.
Captain Baker says you never know when it will happen to you, so the best thing to do is to be prepared. I did a demonstration of how hard it would be to escape if I was stuck in a smoky room.
That was impossible.
UAPD also has tips for students. During a fire alarm, immediately evacuate the building and follow the directions of first responders. Report damaged, faulty, or inoperable smoke detectors or fire suppression equipment to University of Arizona Fire Safety. And be aware of your surroundings and immediately report suspicious people, objects, or activity. Reporting for Wildcast, I'm Jackie Kent.
How about that mask?
Yeah, she really went all out. Jackie's really going for it. She's a go-getter.
But you can find out more online. We'll give you the latest news updates, answer your questions, and post challenges on our Facebook page.
After the break, learn how to stay healthy during the holidays.
I'm Derek Williams, your former U of A Wildcat. You're watching UATV. Don't change the channel.
I'll be right there.
Thanks, cameraman. You're my hero.
Hello, and welcome to UA Tonight.
We are your hosts.
No way. No.
It's
okay, you don't have to cut me off.
No way.
Guadalupe. I'm like
Thank
literally
you so
obsessed.
Ooh, baby, I'll be stuck to you like glue. Baby.
It's all these travelers. I've never even been there.
For drunk driving after calling the cops on himself.
We thought that, you guys. Oh my
God!
With an undefeated 5-0 outcome for the Fall Classic Tournament.
The Occupy movement is taking hold because of its strength in numbers.
Tonight is the absolute last night to ride the trolley, as it is closing for 2 years.
I'm sitting on what used to be known as Bear Down Field, which will soon be U of A's new practice field.
I'm Evan Murray, reporting from McHale Center with Wildcast.
Welcome back. The holiday season is the perfect time for families to be together, but with these gatherings come the germs and breeding grounds for viruses. We are reminded that now is a great time to get your flu vaccination. Older adults are more susceptible to getting the flu. The vaccine takes about 2 weeks to build up protection in the body, and with only 3 weeks left in the school semester, now is the time to get it before being around family for the holidays.
The holidays remind us to appreciate our blessings. Imagine feeding hundreds of people a day, every day, for a whole year. For one local homeless shelter, they don't imagine, they actually do. and have since 1981. Wildcast reporter Chelsea Wold shows us how, for some, a little can go a long way.
Music is often said to lift the spirit and awaken the soul. At Casa Maria Catholic Worker House, music rings through the crisp morning air during Mass. But music and worship are not all Casa Maria provides to people in need.
They're always there for you, when you need something. So, that's very important too, to the people, especially that's poor. Oh, yeah.
Casa Maria has served the Tucson community for 31 years. It is a volunteer-based organization that helps the homeless and needy. Every day, Casa Maria feeds close to 1,000 people in the Tucson community. Casa Maria is the largest soup kitchen in Tucson. It operates on private donations from the public. The center provides soup, paper-bagged lunches, and food bags to about 650 people and 200 families a day.
Good stuff. Why do I like it? Because you get all the soup you want and one free second.
Casa Maria is one of about 168 Catholic worker houses in the nation. The director says its roots run deep in seeking justice for the poor, whose voices are often unheard.
My hope and prayer is that Casa Maria is like an invitation for all people in the community, and especially U of A students, the future leaders of tomorrow, to get beyond themselves, to get beyond their comfort zone, to enter into a different reality, and that's poverty in America, poverty in Tucson, and look at it as an invitation to get involved.
You will never find giving in short supply at Casa Maria. Reporting at Casa Maria for Wildcast, I'm Chelsea Wold.
So how was your Thanksgiving?
It was great. Yeah, it's always nice to see my mom and get a home-cooked meal. How about you?
I was working. But from all of us here at UATV, thanks for joining us. You can watch us anytime online at uatv.arizona.edu.
We'll see you back here next week for another edition of Wildcast.